We're done power washing. Whew! Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Taking your lift. Make it more fun if there was ice on the ramp.
So now that we're done power washing everything, we're here in the big machine shed. We just have a ton of junk sitting up here.
I don't even see anything in the way. Close the machine shed doors and let's call it a winter. Don't look like they chewed any wires, but we better get her out of there and get some decon up there. I'm glad that window opens up like it does. You got to open up these side windows when you go to close the door. There's so much air pressure in that cab, the door won't shut.
Well, that'll about blow your eardrums out too. It is.
We got Rusty way up there in the bucket. He's probably wishing he had a heater in there today. Just remember, if you ever telephone pole, there's a raccoon up there. One of the REC guys said one time he was down lower, was going to poke it off with a stick. It jumped in the basket.
One thing I found out that works pretty well is if you don't know where to start cleaning somewhere, find a place that you kind of clean up, but it always continually gets dirty. In the case of this building, it's right here. So we're going to tackle this first, and we're going to find a home for everything. So I'm going to be taking some of these nails I found in a bucket, these long honkers. We're going to be hanging some stuff up on the walls. I want nothing on the floor, because if you let something sit on the floor, then you see one thing, then you come in with something else, and then you just throw it right beside it because something's already there. And then you keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that, and all of a sudden you have that. And then before you know it, you have what's going on over here in this corner. And then 5 years goes by, you haven't touched any of it, and you have half a building full of stuff.
I'm getting hungry. I'm going to figure out what to eat for lunch.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And hey, I found out there's an auction tomorrow. Do we want to bring in some old augers?
I didn't know there was an auction tomorrow.
Well, you've been in A meetings now for a couple months.
Yeah, for
Augers Anonymous?
Yeah.
Hey, that looks like our grain cart. Welcome to the grocery store.
We're in the little case. We're in the case tractor and we need to run down to one of the other farms. Then we need to get set up so we can start loading up truckers. Cruising at 19.8 miles per hour. Feel like I'm flying down the road doing 20. Hey, Kelly! Kelly! Hey, buddy! Say hi to everybody! Say hi to everybody! Oh, you are wild! You are wild!
We've got a little bit of a unique temporary situation going on right now until we get our reclaim underneath both of these bends that'll go up all the way to the legs. That way we can get everything to the overhead. We have to use augers in the back right now, so we're trying to get this Westfield auger set up where we can get it under that, unload. That way we can have our truckers come around the corner here and hopefully get their semis under it. Ooh, wild screw right in the driveway. Careful, Ronnie. Don't hit that. Ronnie got here before we could get everything into place, right? So that first load, little sketchy, getting it wiggled in there. We're gonna take the tractor, we're gonna pull it out, get it at a little more of an angle this way, so that way the unload end will probably be somewhere about in front of me. Might have to move this stuff so semi can get in here, but it'll make it a lot easier to load, because we just don't want someone to accidentally bump that. Hey, who did that? Our challenge here is we got to be able to get this to swing around all the way under that yellow thing without hitting those pallets, so it doesn't give us a lot of room. Gotta say, this hydraulic winch, pretty stinking slick. Yeah, it's not working! Oh my goodness, look at this, ladies and gentlemen! Perfect. Whoop, hitting the tire. That's all we got right there. Oh yeah, that's a lot better now.
If we just move some of that, it looks like, I mean, just that crap down there so this truck don't hit it when he moves forward, but that ain't gonna be too bad, is it? owie, some work they got to do on an axle, and they just didn't want to chance it going very far. So we're going to look here real quick and get him unloaded. Should be able to open her up, Isaiah. Right there is the owie. So luckily it was caught right down the road, got it empty, and it's going to the welding shop now, and they're going to see if they can cut a bunch of stuff out. Luckily nothing got hurt, nobody got hurt. Noticed it right away, got it off the road, everything will be good. We're in the skid loader. We're going to make a journey out in the field here. Oh, bump, 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 double bump, triple bump, squad, double honk, bump. Hang on, everybody. We're gonna make a journey. Yeehaw! We're getting really close to the part that broke on Cooper. Oh, I hope it fits in the bucket. Hey, it's gonna stay, it's gonna stay, oh yeah.
Ended up getting done in the big machine shed last night around midnight. Well, I'm not done, I ended up calling it a night last night. I don't sleep enough the way it is, so I think we're continuing day 4. Day 5?
No, I don't know, but I went to grab my gloves this morning. I grabbed 2 gloves, and they're both right-handed gloves, so I gotta find mine. And then I get the tractor and see a single glove in there, and it's a right-handed glove.
It's always the right one. If you guys didn't know, Dad's left-handed, I'm left-handed, Mama Cornstar is left-handed, Summer switched to being left-handed, Cooper's the only right-handed one. Oh yeah, you don't want to leave these bad boys in there, old mice love them. Now, I don't know how this happened, but somehow a can of penetrating oil got crushed and put all over the floor. So I'm going to see if I can use some brake cleaner. Hopefully clean that up a little bit. Should work. As long as it doesn't eat my floor mat away.
Sounds like we got Ronnie back to fill up with some corn.
I love my dad, but keeping a vehicle tidy is not something he's very good at. Let's make a pile.
There goes another load of corn. Another load bites the dust. You know, sometimes it is hard. We do all the hard work. We put the corn in our bins, and then we almost get married to it, to be honest. So sometimes the marketing part's hard, but the way it worked out with a lot of this stuff we had sold on the Board of Trade, things are pointing right now for our setup and the way we had it sold to move some corn out now. We're taking advantage of the nice weather. And that's one thing nice about having your own bin set up home. You can kind of work with what works for your operation, when the best time is to move it on. If right now isn't the time, you can make them decisions.
All right, Dad, what do you have to say for yourself?
I keep things organized. Look how I folded up that hose.
Yeah. I found like 4 pairs of vice grips, all these tools. This is my favorite part. Found some pizza, still in the back. And that's not all. 2 5-gallon buckets of trash.
Speaking of pizza, that's getting about noon, meaning dinner time. But I think last year in a couple of these semis, we forgot to kind of empty out some of the trash, and luckily the mice stayed in that area, but boy, it don't take them long to find out where to go to eat.
Dad, I had this semi clean. I had this semi-clean at the start of this year.
Yeah, but who ran this one?
You.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking Frank ran this one. He ran the white one.
We're being that messy in here, though. It actually cleans up pretty stinking well. Vacuum cleaner goes a long way. And I only found 2 mice.
Oh, really?
Curious minds want to know, Dad. We have 3 semis, 3 semi-trailers. Why don't we haul our own grain?
Whew. Well, for one thing, and for our farm, we're always off doing some other many things like cemetery work and stuff. That is our #1 thing that comes first in the winter. And it takes money to run our own trucks too. You know, run from farm to farm around where we are. They don't put that many miles on them a year. We're close to home. But to go down the highway long distance to where we're hauling the corn, it's a lot of miles on the truck, and I don't know if our trailers would handle that every day, or the trucks.
However, if we did haul our own grain, By the time we paid for diesel fuel, it would leave about $150 per load to go towards our truck, trailer, repairs, maintenance, as well as the driver. So we figure we can be doing other things like working on our equipment that a shop would charge $125 an hour. And so it makes up kind of apples to apples, so it really comes out pretty even. So we just prefer to hire a trucker. So far in my cleaning adventure, this is all stuff that's good. We're going to keep it. This is going to be going into the heated shop. Everything on this toolbox needs to be organized and put back into the drawers. I'm not really sure what's all going on up there, but this is stuff we're going to get hung up on the walls, and that's our trash pile. Right now we're trying to figure out what the best place to put these tires are. These bottom 4 are what go on our sprayer when we start spraying between the rows. And these top 2 tires, those are actually for sale. Then this set of duals goes on our 7140. We've been running just the singles on it because they've been on Cooper's baler, so they don't need the duals. So we're just trying to figure out where to put them. They have been living over in this corner, but the bad part about that is when people come around the door and they have stuff in their hands and they don't know where to put it, they just kind of throw it on the tires or around the tires. It becomes a big catch-all. I'd like to have this area open so that way we can have all our chains and kind of all our pulling out kind of equipment over here. So I'm thinking the back of the machine shed, but it's just a matter of how much stuff do you want to trap them behind. Holy rats! Oh my goodness, there's more! Oh, there's another one! That's one of the reasons why we're trying to get all this stuff cleaned up over here, because I bet 15 rats ran out of this auger. That was disgusting. They're pouring out of there. So if there's 15 in that auger, just imagine all the ones that are hiding through all this trash. And everything over there, all the augers that are still sitting here, and just all the stuff that used to be here. I think later today, if we wanted to, we could back that skid loader up, get the car backed up, skid loader up in there, we could put that fuel trailer under the sprayer.
I gotta go slower. I lift the side of the sprayer up.
Because I can drive the Geo underneath of it. You wouldn't think it'd be any wider than that. We put some different hydraulic couplers on the back of this John Deere tractor a couple of years ago. They got this little lever on the bottom to like lock them into place, but getting them out, I have not figured out the trick yet. On a normal hydraulic coupler, all you do is sometimes you just gotta push in a little bit and then you can yank it right out. But these ones, oh. Why was that so easy? What about you? You gonna do it too?
Jeez. Oh, I think I got it. We still need to get this little tractor home and figure out why the darn key ain't making it kick in.
Every now and again, you'll hear us talk about flat spots on tires, and this is what we mean by a flat spot on the tire. That was on the bottom. It's been sitting there since planting season. This is a big old flat spot. So every time that goes around, it boom, boom, boom. It's really bad on the tractors, especially when it's cold out, and it makes for a very bumpy ride. Last spring, when we got done planting, we went through the 16-row right away, so this planter's ready to go for springtime with the 24 rows in the back corner of the shed yet. We're gonna grab the 340, get hooked onto that, then we're gonna back this unit back up in the corner, and then it'll just be ready to go for springtime. But the 24 rows got quite a bit of work we gotta do to it. Man, we got new tires on here, you kidding me? Speaking of tires, John Deere tires are starting to look pretty wore. That one was new last year, but those two over there look a lot like this one. It's getting pretty beat up.
Put a little bit of grease down in the cup, so when it clamps on, hopefully we can get it off a little easier. Some of this stuff looks easier when you're standing outside versus inside the tractor seat. One thing we need to do is get a string of lights down this building someday. It's always dark in the back half back here. Cole's got thunder beats all washed up. That didn't sound right, but you guys know what I mean. Let's go, Cole! Let's go.
Pretty happy with how things are going so far. Got everything put away in the big machine shed so the stuff's out of the weather, out of the snow, out of the rain. It's always nice when we can do that. We've never actually been able to get everything inside before, so this is a first for us, like 60 year in the making first. That feels kind of weird to say, to be honest. Speaking of honesty, let's talk for a minute. So the other day, made a video with the Binside sponsorship. Guys, my intention was not to make anybody upset there or to be asking for anything other than, hey, check out what we got in the link in the description. I was trying to make it a limited edition merchandise drop for the Binside. So I'm sorry if it came off the wrong way. I had good intentions behind it, but it just didn't come out quite the way I was intending. So I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings, made anybody upset. If you don't like me anymore, that's okay. But I love you guys. And I'm gonna do a better job from here on out, and I just want to say thank you for all the support and everything that you show us, all the nice things you do, and all the things you do to help keep us in check. We really appreciate it, and it means a lot to us. But this is all I got for today, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.